Good morning. We will start session 9 on chapter Atoms and Molecules and Structure of Atom. So we are left with now exercise numericals of chapter Atoms and Molecules. Let's start. Exercise first one, page number 43. 0.24 gram sample of compound of oxygen and boron was found by analysis to contain 0.096 gram of boron and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition of the compound by weight. So let's first of all write down what is total mass of compound. Total mass of the given compound is given as 0.24 grams. In this, what is mass of boron? In this compound totally, when we talk about mass of boron is given as 0.096 grams and mass of oxygen in the compound is 0.144 grams. Right? So, when we actually add, we get the compound. What they have asked, calculate the percentage composition by weight. Now, how do we find percentage, children? Your marks percentage, if I have to find mathematics marks divided by total marks into 100. So, how do I find mass percentage of boron? Boron mass divided by total mass into 100. Oxygen mass divided by total mass into 100. Very simple. Yes. Percentage composition or percentage of boron is equal to, boron how much it is? 0.096 total 0.24 into 100. 2 decimal shifting, 2 decimal shifting here. So this is 9.6 by 24 into 100. I can write this as 96 by 24 into 10. Decimal I have shifted. So divide it, get the answer, you will get 40%. Now similarly, if I find of percentage of oxygen, it's how much? 0.144 divided by 0.24 into 100. 2 decimals, 2 decimals. So this is 144 divided by 24 into 10 I will write. Same like here previous one. Right? Answer I will get that as 60%. Calculate. Very simple and direct sum. Next one. When 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 8 gram of oxygen and 11 gram of 11 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. So 3 gram of carbon and 8 gram totally, of course we get 11 only. 11 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. What is the mass? What mass of carbon dioxide will be formed when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 50 gram of oxygen? Which law of chemical combination will govern your answer? Now see children, carbon dioxide, you get carbon dioxide only, right? Now that mass what is governing, we have to see that reactant and product should be same. Let's just check. So according to the first question, what they have given? 3 gram of carbon combines with, I use the word plus here, 8 grams of oxygen to give 11 grams of carbon dioxide. This is the question accordingly what they have given here. Now what is the next part of the question? By data, that is from the given, in accordance with the given, 3 gram of carbon dioxide, 3 grams of carbon combines with 50 gram of oxygen. Right? 3 gram of carbon is burnt with 50 gram of oxygen then 3 gram of carbon dioxide react with oxygen, the remaining 42 gram of oxygen will be unreactive. Now see, the combination here how it is, when 3 grams react with 8, you get 11. Now when 3 grams reacts with 50, that's a given entity. So 3 gram is reacting with this. Finally what they have asked here now is, what mass of carbon dioxide will be formed? Along with that, which law of chemical combination will govern your answer? If 3 grams of carbon dioxide is burnt with 50 grams of oxygen, in accordance if you compare with 3 gram and comparing with 8 gram of oxygen, the remaining 42 gram of oxygen will be left unreactive. Why? Because only 11 grams of carbon dioxide will be formed. That is fixed, children. Even by data, 3 grams of carbon and 50 grams of oxygen, it has to form what? 11 gram of carbon dioxide only, right? But it is reacting with 50 grams here. Okay, that answer I am going to rub now. It is reacting with 50 grams. What is happening to remaining 42 grams? Here, remaining 42 grams of oxygen is left unreactive. Why? Because children, you can form 11 grams only there. Extra what you add means then that will not become carbon dioxide. If you want to form carbon dioxide, it has to be added in the appropriate this only to get actually 11 grams. 3 grams of oxygen plus 50 will give you 11 grams of carbon dioxide only. So here it will be 50 minus 8, which is nothing but 42. Remaining 42 grams of oxygen will be left unreactive because to form carbon dioxide we only require 8 grams of oxygen, not 50 grams. You can just do this and write and give the final answer here. So the remaining 11 grams of carbon dioxide is formed. This is in accordance with law of constant proportion. If I add how much ever hydrogen I want or how much ever oxygen I want, I will not get water. I can get even hydrogen peroxide, right? For water it should be 2 raised to hydrogen in 2 and oxygen in terms of 1. Only then I will get. This is how the answer is. Explanation as well is given in the notes. You can just check with that. So write the chemical formulae of the following. Now when they have asked to write the chemical formulae, please use that cross multiplication method. Right? I don't know, in school when you have written, you might get marks. But whenever I conduct a test or exams, if I ask you to write the formula, I want it in this method only, cross multiplication method. Mark whole 4th main for homework. If in case you feel that something is repeated in that, if any of the formulas if we have repeated, we have already written, you can skip them. Mark the whole 4th main for homework. We'll start with the next one. Give the names of the elements present in the compounds. First of all, let us write what is this. 5th one, A part is quicklime. What is quicklime, children? Quicklime is nothing but calcium oxide. I'll first write all the names. Hydrogen bromide as it is. Hydrogen bromide. No other common name. Common name, or you can say calcium oxide is a chemical name, quicklime is a common name. Then baking powder. Baking powder is a common name. Chemical name is sodium bicarbonate, or it is also read as sodium hydrogen carbonate. Remember this. Okay, we'll write the contents later. First, let me finish writing this. Next is potassium sulfate as it is. Don't change anything in that. Okay. Few more names I will give you. Sodium baking powder is over. I am giving you few more compounds here. Washing soda. This is sodium carbonate. Okay. Now, let's write calcium oxide. I know the formula. I will just write the formula here. So, because or not required also. What I have asked here, give the names of the elements present in the compound. That's okay. But at least quicklime you should know what it is. So, what is present in quicklime, children? Calcium, oxygen. What is present in hydrogen bromide? Hydrogen, bromine. What is present in now baking powder? Now see here. In baking powder I will write here. Sodium is present. Formula, do you know what it is? NaHCO3. For your information, this is the formula. Sodium is present. Hydrogen is present. Carbon is present. Oxygen is present. You can't write carbon dioxide is present. Why? Because carbon dioxide again is a compound. Elements we have to write. Potassium sulfate. So potassium sulfate is SO4. So this is potassium, sulfur, oxygen. Washing soda, sodium bicarbonate, Na2CO3. What is present? You tell me. Sodium is present, carbon is present, oxygen is present. Very clear? Please write down this. Now, extra information what I have given here is about chemical name as well as common name, which you will have to know it better. So, let's move to the next one. The next one as again homework, children. Why? Because it is finding molecular mass. You all know how to find molecular mass now. If you know the mass of the given element. Let's quickly finish with the remaining numericals. Seventh one. What is the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atoms, 4 mole of aluminium atoms, 10 mole of sodium sulfide? What is the mass of? First one in that 1 mole of nitrogen atoms. So, solution, mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atoms is what? 14 grams. Why? That is nothing but mass of nitrogen. If I ask you what is 1 mole of nitrogen molecule, then it will become 2 into 14 because it is N2. Very simple. Second one, 4 moles of aluminium atom. Mass of 4 moles of aluminium atoms is equal to 4 into aluminium atomic number is 27. That is equal to 108 grams. Very simple. Last one, mass of 10 moles of 10 moles of what they have given here, sodium sulfate, Na2SO3 is 10 as it is, you write first here, into sodium. How do you write? 2 into 23 plus What is for sulfur? Sulfur is 32. 1 into 32 plus oxygen is 16. 3 into 16. That is 10 of 46 plus 32 plus 48, which is nothing but 10 of 126. Answer is 1260 grams. If they give you to find mass of, understand the question, mass of 1 mole, what is mass of 1 mole of H2O? Nothing but 1 mole they have asked. Find the molecular mass of H2O, 18 grams, what you get. That's the answer. That is how you have to find it. Very clear on this? We'll move to the next one. Convert into moles. So you have to convert the given things into moles. Grams of oxygen gas. Oxygen gas is what, children? O2. That you should know it is. So, first of all, 1 mole of oxygen gas is equal to how many grams? First let us find out. 1 mole of oxygen gas is equal to 2 into 16, that is equal to 32 grams. Okay, into moles. Therefore, how many moles of oxygen gas is equal to 12 grams? Simple, cross multiplication. How will you do this? 32. Oh, I'm sorry. This gets multiplied. So this is 12 by 32. 1 mole of oxygen gas is equal to how many grams? Oxygen gas it is 2 into 16. So how many moles of oxygen gas will give us 12 grams? So 12 into 1 divided by 32. Answer you get that in terms of decimals, 0.375 moles. Okay. B part you can take for homework. Yeah, I'm giving a bit lots of homework here only because that will be a practice for you. Otherwise, you will just copy down the sums as it is given. 8th one, B part is homework. C part I am doing it here. 22 grams of carbon dioxide is nothing but CO2. Now write 1 mole of CO2 gas is equal to how many grams? So this is 2 into carbon dioxide is how much? 12, right? 2 into 12 plus, sorry, 1 into 12 plus 2 into 16. So which is nothing but 12 plus 32. So this is 44 grams. Carbon dioxide molecular mass, what you have to find here? 44 grams. Okay. Therefore, how many moles of CO2 gas is equal to, what is the question? 22 grams. So it is 22 divided by 44, which is nothing but 0.5 mole. Very simple. Okay. The next one. What is the mass of ninth one? Mass of, what you have to find here is 0.2 A1 mole of, be very careful in reading, oxygen gas O2, oxygen atoms O, oxygen molecule O2, oxygen atoms. Right. We know that mass of 1 mole of oxygen atom is equal to 16 grams, right? Mass of 1 mole of oxygen is equal to 16 grams. Therefore, mass of 0.2 mole of oxygen atom is equal to, cross multiply, 0.2 into 16, 16 to is 32, 3.2 grams. Very simple. Next one, 0.5 mole of water molecules. 0.5 mole of water molecule is H2O. We know H2O is 18. Still we'll write. Mass of 1 mole of H2O molecule is equal to how many grams? 2 into 1 plus 16 is equal to 18 grams. Therefore, mass of 0.5 mole of H2O molecule is equal to 0.5 into 18. 18 5 is 90. After 1 decimal, 9 grams is the answer. The next one, 10th one. Last two sums, children. Calculate the number of molecules What do you mean by number of molecules? That is number of atoms. Just in bracket to know that. Of sulfur. Sulfur is represented as S8. Present in 16 grams of sulfur. So, in 16 grams of sulfur. Okay, first of all now, 1 mole of sulfur is equal to 8 into sulfur is 32 children. So, this is 256 grams. 1 mole of sulfur molecule contains 256 grams. Now, that is 256 grams of sulfur contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules, right? Same thing, what we wrote here, we are repeating same thing, but in terms of, this was word from equation form, something like that. 256 grams of sulfur contains those many molecules. 16 grams of sulfur contains how many molecules? So if you cross multiply, 16 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 divided by 256, right? So 16 ones are 16, 16s are. So 6.022 divided by 16, when you do that, what you get here is 3.76375 into 10 raised to 22 molecules. Because 0 will come, we have just shifted the decimal there. Right? This is how you solve it. See, it become actually 0 point. Then after standard form means we have to use 16 3s is 48 because 16 4s is 64. I can't be using. So 3 point only what it comes. And the last question, children. Do the division calculations thoroughly. And write in standard form. Standard form writing you have learned in 8th standard. In exponent standard, right? Okay. Last one. Calculate the number of aluminium ions, right? Not atoms, molecules here, ions present in 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide. First of all, aluminium oxide. If you know direct formula, write. Otherwise, Al2O3. Otherwise, calculate and write. So, 1 mole of Al2O3 contains how many grams? Let us check. So 2 into 27 plus 3 into 16, which is nothing but totally how much you get? 102 grams. 1 mole of aluminium contains 102 grams. That is 102 grams of aluminium oxide contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of Al2O3. Correct now if I say 18 grams of water contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water. Similarly, it contains then 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide contains how much? Cross multiply with this 0.051 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 divided by 102. That is what we do here. Answer, direct answer I am giving 3.011 into 10 raised to 20 molecules of Al2O3. 102 grams of aluminium oxide contains 6.022, Avogadro's constant. 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide contains how many molecules? It contains 3.011 into 10 raised to 20 molecules. Standard formula potential. Last part. Now what they have asked? Aluminium ions. Number of aluminium ions in Al2O3 is 2. How many it contains? 2 aluminium ions are present, right? Therefore, same thing. In whole aluminium oxide, number of aluminium ion present in this is 2. Therefore, number of aluminium ions present in 3.011 into 10 raised to 20 molecules of Al2O3 is 2 into 3.011 into 10 raised to 20. So what you get? 6.022 into 10 raised to 20. Simple, as per the question, we have just answered this, right? So with this, we complete textbook, exercise numericals, worked examples in text numericals of chapter atoms and molecules. So in now tomorrow's session, we'll again begin the same thing with numericals what we have in text numericals, worked examples and text exercise numericals for chapter structure of atom.